I got something in today I thought I would share with everybody. It's kind of cool. Before I do, I'll tell you a little bit about postage, just so that you don't make the same mistake. When this come in today, the post office charged me $4.48 for overages. Now the reason they done that is because the seller used a priority label that was not for a medium flat rate box. So if you do your labels online and you put it in for regular priority, but you use this box, even if you cut it down, if they can see that, they're going to charge you for the medium flat rate. And a lot of people make the mistake of shipping in a flat rate box thinking they're going to save money. But a lot of times when it's light like this is probably a pound, and you know, they got 2 pounds on here, but I've shipped enough. This feels like a pound and a half, maybe a pound, 8 ounces, something like that. So anyway, regardless, a 2 pound package in a regular priority box probably wouldn't cost you $10, $12 depending where it's going. Of course, if you're on one coast and you're shipping the other, it's going to be more. But typically when I ship, I'm in the middle of the country, so if I'm shipping either direction, we're typically talking like $10 to $12 for like a Stomper case, or a few Stompers if I ship them priority or whatever, sometimes even cheaper. And if I ship them in a medium flat rate, I think it's like, is it $16 or something now for a flat rate? So obviously you're wasting money, is all I'm saying. You can get the same box without the medium flat rate on there. Now one little trick, even though you're not supposed to, if you have some stickers from the post office that say priority mail, if you put them over everywhere that says medium flat rate, then this will probably slide by and they probably won't notice. So anyhow, that's my spill on postage. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got here. I've been shipping for about 20 years and it's constantly changing. So the rules constantly change and things never obviously stay the same. Uh-oh. That's stuck. That's a no-no too. It's stuck to the yeah, it don't look like it screwed it up. Anyway, that's another thing. You got to be careful with the tape and with the adhesive and not let it stick to the product. That could have been bad. Anyway, this is the case I got. You rarely see this particular one. I probably way overpaid, but I wanted it. My feeling about it is with overpaying, it's like I can't go down to Walmart and buy this. So what's it worth? Well, it's worth whatever I'll pay. And I chose to pay too much. Nothing under here. Believe it or not, I always check under here. I found cool stickers under there. I found, you know, cards, Stomper pieces, all sorts of stuff. We do have some tire melt. I don't know if you can see that in there, but tire melt is when Stomper tires are set against plastic and it gets warm. It tends to cause a chemical reaction, but it looks like to me that we have, since this is a universal case, it's not made by Stomper, we have a Rough Rider, there's a Stomper, and I'd say that's a Stomper, there's a Rough Rider. I'm not even sure what these two are, what they're supposed to be, but any car in that scale will fit into these slots. The nice thing about the non-Stomper cases is the factory Stomper square cases or rectangular cases like this, they held nine Stompers, I believe, and they'll only hold Gen 1. When you put a Gen 2 in there, the tires are too wide, so you got to really cram them in there. You can turn the Gen 2s on their side, but then it kind of pushes the case out a little. So the actual Stomper cases aren't really the greatest, in my opinion. But the wheel cases, the ones that are shaped like a wheel, I have a couple over here. Those you can fit either in those, so those are kind of cool, and they look like a wheel. I mean, who doesn't like that? And as far as the rectangular off-brake cases that are this style, this is probably my favorite one. And it's a lot like the, I can't remember if it's, let me look at it real quick. Terra. It reminds me a lot of the Terra brand, but it actually says don't know if that's Worcester on there instead, but they're very similar in size and stuff. But anyhow, everybody was trying to make cases for Stompers and 4x4s and things like that. So it says hold 8 vehicles, collector storage case, Worcester Toy Corporation, New York, and the Terra case says New York also, Glendale, New York, Terra Toy Corporation. So a lot of similarities there. I think they're very, very similar. But they say ages 3 and up on them for the case. So I don't know what a baby could hurt, but this actually feels thinner. This inner insert, I guess you would call it, it feels a lot thinner than the other brand. It's so thin that it's almost paper thin compared to this one. This feels thick. That's one difference that I noticed right away. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. I love the artwork on the front of it, so no matter how cheaply made it is, it's all about display, and it's another case that I have. So keep an eye out later on the Stomper Museum Facebook group. I'm probably going to line up all the cases that I have, the different ones in a row, and get a photo with all of them together, just to kind of show some differences that are out there, in case other people are looking to get, you know, some cases for their collection or whatever. I very rarely put Stompers in them anymore. It's mostly just a display, so it looks kind of nice up, you know, up on a shelf. So, and it represents. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for more videos in the future, and be sure to like and subscribe. Stomper on.